Hello, and welcome to the Freshwater Salt System Training for Hot Spring Spas. This section will cover the control panel user interface for both the touchscreen and the button. This is our highlight home screen on the touchscreen for the remote. As you can see, you can press the water care icon in the blue to get to the water care home screen. So this is the new Freshwater water care home screen. You can see all icons are touch buttons. So you start from left to right with the system status meter, and then you have the output level, and you have a boost button and a replace cartridge button. So that system status meter tells you if your cartridge life is high or low. Also indicates, if your salt levels are high or low. You have a red, yellow, and green indicator, low being on the left and high being to the right. Also, you can push the button on the inside of that dial where it says OK. Hold that down for the to test the water and the test functionality. When you're ready to replace your cartridge, you can do that through two ways. You can do that from the water care home screen by pressing the replace cartridge button and then follow the instructions that appear on the control panel. Also, there will be a reminder, a wake-up screen at 4 months. Once you've had that cartridge in there for 4 months, you'll receive this wake-up screen. So you can choose to replace the cartridge now by pressing that button, or press later and reset the timer for another 7 days. If you test the water and you still have a good chlorine residual, you can press later and keep the life of that cartridge going as long as it's continuing to generate the chlorine. So the unique benefit of this system is that it is so simple, and we do provide simple instructions for replacing the cartridge for the consumers. These are the simple steps. So once you've pressed that replace cartridge button, it says replace cartridge now. You can press OK, or you can go back. If you press OK, you go to step 2, and this is where it's turning off the circulation pump. Turning off the pump, and then it goes to screen 3 where it's telling you, okay, now it's okay to pull out the old cartridge. You push the button on top of the cartridge and lift it out of the spa. Step 4 is you put in the new cartridge. So press the button, sync it up, and press it into the spa housing. Step 5, restart the salt system. You press OK, and then the salt system will restart. It'll push the pumps back on and recalibrate. Another convenient wake-up screen that the consumers will see every 10 days versus 30 days is the test and confirm screen. So this is telling customers, hey, please test your water, balance it, and confirm your output level. Now this is the learnings from the ACE system. Instead of 30 days, we made it every 10. Beta users were okay with this. And confirming this, either pressing later or OK, will confirm that you've seen this screen and you've justified that this is the level, this is the proper level for you. You can adjust your level here if you need to, if you need more chlorine or less. But if you confirm it by pressing later or OK, it'll remain at that level. If you do not do that within 5 days, then it'll lower that level automatically. It has 2 step down steps every 5 days following that 10-day timer. So you don't get an excessive amount of chlorine. For example, if you're on vacation or haven't used the spa for some time, it's going to adjust it down for you if you do not confirm the level. These are some of the key system meter readings. So the one in the middle is going to be the most frequently seen when you get to a low cartridge health or a number of other things, low salt, dirty filters. If there is scale buildup, they haven't been properly maintaining their water, things of that nature. You will see the arrow on that system meter pointing to low. And in most cases, you're going to measure the salt, and if it's okay, you're probably going to replace the cartridge. Some of the other things that can happen on the left when you're indicated to contact a dealer, it could be an open circuit or a failure in the controller, touching electrodes, things of that nature that are going to be a lot less frequent. On the high end, there might be high salt levels, and in this case, you're going to measure those levels. You may need to dilute the water, drain some, and refill. Another screen that is hidden to the consumers but is available for dealers to instruct them how to adjust is the internal power settings. So again, this is provided, this is factory installed at certain levels depending on the volume of the spa to generate a certain level of chlorine and uses a certain level of power. So it is adjustable if the customer does need more chlorine output beyond the level 10 output that they've selected, then the dealer can instruct them how to get to the screen. You're going to hold the test button for 3 seconds to get to this hidden screen, and then they can adjust the power level by pressing that plus button and pressing OK. The button interface is very similar and easy to follow as well. It's just going to be more text than graphics. So here you can see the water care icon on the Limelight home screen. Next, you would press options, the options hard button, then the soft buttons next to Freshwater salt system to get to the water care home screen. You have the test status button on the top left, the output level top right, and you have a chart in the middle showing the levels, whether you're in the red, yellow, or green areas. You have the replace cartridge button on the right, bottom right, and a boost button bottom left, similar to the touch. The button interface for the home screen, you can see these are the 2 ways to replace the cartridge. So you could replace the cartridge by pressing that button on the left from the home screen for 3 seconds, and then it'll follow through the screens to replace the cartridge. Or you'll have the 4-month timer, that wake up screen, where it's asking you, do you want to replace the cartridge now or later, and it will reset for 7 days. Again, these are the simple steps to replacing the cartridge. So you'll turn off the pumps, you'll remove the cartridge, you'll insert the new cartridge, you'll restart the system, and you're pretty much done. Again, there's a wake up screen for the button control panel as well. So it's reminding you to dip a strip, to balance and soften the water and adjust, or just confirm the level output that it's the correct amount of chlorine for you. This is a new feature on the button for the Limelight collection, and it's also included in the owner's manual. So we have a Vanishing Act program now built into the control panel. You'll get to the screen by pressing the options hard button, and then the soft buttons next to setup, more, and then you see the Vanishing Act button. So this will allow you to use that Vanishing Act. Really simple. There's instructions in the owner's manual as well, indicating where you want to place the Vanishing Act. You press the button and it's going to have that pump run for 6 hours on that low mode to take full advantage of the Vanishing Act and soften your water. These are the troubleshooting screens for the button control. And this is the hidden service screen to change that internal power setting, like we mentioned on the touch screen.